Okay, so let's talk about customer service. Now, there are two ways to look at this, really. One, you can look at it as a proactive form of customer service or reactive, and I want to talk about both. So let's talk about the proactive first. This is something I heard this phrase on a recent podcast, and I loved it because it totally makes sense, but it's pay attention because attention pays. And if you own a business, you run a business, you're working for a business, you need to know customer service. I mean, flat out, because if we don't provide great customer service and really pay attention to our customers, then they're not going to stay our customers. So in a proactive way of looking at things, maybe you can really, here's the thing, you want to listen so well when you're first talking to them, when you have that first conversation with them. What can you learn about them? What can you know about them? What is one thing that's going to stand out to you that you can maybe write them a handwritten note and say, hey, cheering for your son's baseball game championship that's on Saturday. So something like that they may have mentioned in passing, but just shows them that you care, that you are listening and that you are paying attention, because it makes people feel valued. And or maybe they've mentioned their favorite bottle of wine or their favorite restaurant. It's like, what are some ways that you can just go above and beyond and show them how much that you value them? So maybe it's like sending them that bottle of wine or sending them a gift card to that restaurant. And if you're maybe at the beginning stages of your business or you don't have the funds to be able to do things like that, that's okay. You don't have to always do things like that. A handwritten note goes an incredibly long way, like incredibly long in today's day and age. I mean, you think about it. When you get a handwritten note, like an actual letter in the mail, you get excited to open it, right? No matter who it's from. So keep that in mind. There are some things that you can do that really make you stand out. Now let's talk about customer service in the reactive way. Now I want you to just get the right mindset first. When you personally are calling a customer service number, why is that? Usually the reason is you have a problem or you have an issue or there's something wrong. So you're probably not in the best mood to start with, right? You're calling for help. You're calling because you've exasperated all other thoughts and measures and tried everything else, right? And you're now calling customer service to help. So when you are receiving that call or that email or whatever the case may be, I want you to keep that in mind, is that whoever you're working with or dealing with is already upset. They're already not happy. So what are some ways that we can stand out, that we can go above and beyond and really respond to them? Because I've been amazed at how poor some customer service agents have reacted to when I call. They actually make the situation worse. And that's why people have such a bad taste in their mouth of customer service. It's like, oh, I have to call the customer service number, right? So how can you stand out and be the opposite? Because I want you to think about this too. When have you called a customer service line and they handled it so well, like they went above and beyond to make you happy? I want you to remember how you felt. I've had that happen before, and I'm like, I want to tell everybody about this company. Like, this was amazing how they handled this, because it's when you show up and how you show up in a time of crisis and a time of trouble that can absolutely change somebody's perspective of you. It can bring their loyalty to your company up a whole nother level. It's just really incredible what happens in the psychology of what happens when you are truly helping someone, especially in a time where they feel emotionally negative, when they feel vulnerable. If you can pull them out of that state, then they're going to love you forever. So take the time to go above and beyond. Pay attention, because attention pays. And if you get to the point where you have to be reactive, keep that in mind of where they're coming from. Really be empathetic and compassionate to how they're feeling right now, and then do whatever you can to go above and beyond from there.